Hello, good evening. How are you? Welcome again to another session of Ask the Doctors. The time now 8 p.m. and today's date the 9th of July 2023. How are you? Where you do watch me from? Now, this program every Sunday 8 p.m. My name now Dr. Frederick Unugbaha. I be the host and Dr. Israel now my co-host and he will join us very soon. So for those who just they come to this page for the very first time, this page here, nah, majorly education. We know they prescribe medication, we know they treat, meaning that we don't prescribe medications, we don't treat on social media. All we do here is to teach you. You understand? Good. So in case, because I know, say some people go see this video for the very first time, now, if you know, say you did hear me, tell me where you did watch me from. Good evening, everybody. We did live on Facebook and we did live on YouTube. Today, we did talk about fever. We are talking about fever. Good evening, everybody. How are you? Yes, I see you. Um, we are talking about fever. Now, the reason we're talking about fever today is because so many people. Okay, please share. So many people they ask me questions on fever, fever, fever. So I say, okay, today let's really talk about fever. You understand? Make we really break down because people don't understand what in fever be. To some people, they believe say fever now sickness. Some will tell you, say, doctor, I get fever. Which medicine make I take? You understand? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Um, hi. Okay, it's morning. Where? From China. That's nice. Oh, how is China now? So today we talk about fever. Yeah, okay, let's go. No time to waste. When Dr. Israel come, he go join us and we go also continue the discussion. You understand? Now, if I ask you, what do you understand by the word fever? What do you really understand by the word fever? Before I forget, yes, I beg. We don't prescribe medications again here, and we don't do private chats. Hey, from Equatorial Guinea. Okay, we know they prescribe medicine. We know they do private chats. We know they give number here. Do you understand? So waiting be fever. I believe everybody listening to me at one point in your life you don't get fever, but you dey bother waiting be this fever where you guys they talk about. So may I break them down for you. Number one, fever na common medical condition, very common. Number two, fever means increase in your body temperature. Increase in your body temperature. Number three, fever no be disease. Is not a disease. Yeah, look at your screen, everybody. Fever is not a disease or an illness. Fever simply means your body temperature has gone above the normal. Is that okay? Fever means that your body temperature has gone above normal. So we can use the word pyrexia or fever. Oh, okay, this person has pyrexia above normal. Now, medically, normal temperature they within normal range. Many things dey wey fit affect your temperature. The weather, if it's cold or very hot, it can affect your body temperature. Your age, the kind of activity you do. So when you are exposed to very cold weather, your body temperature will change. Do you understand? That does not mean that you are sick or you are involved in severe strenuous activities. Yes, your body temperature could also increase, but that does not mean that you are sick. And even depending on the age. Now, um, there is a part of your body, or okay, let me make a mix some English and pidgin to make it easy for all of us to understand. So, in your brain, there's a part of your brain that helps your body control your temperature. Let me show you. There is one part of your brain that helps your body control temperature. Every human being. Now, I want to show you here on the screen. So, if you can see my screen, just tell me, yes, I can see your screen. There is a part of your brain, you watching me now. That part of your brain is on the screen. is called hypothalamus. Now that place they control temperature for your body. So if your temperature go down, the hypothalamus go carry your body temperature back, go normal. Let's say your body go cold, you understand? And the weather they cold, it go try to bring your temperature up. If the weather they hot, your temperature go very up because of the weather. This part of your brain, what we they call hypothalamus, it go carry the temperature come down to make them normal. So everything about fever, body temperature, majorly body temperature, now this thing they control them. You they see my screen, yes or no? The hypothalamus. I want they sure say you they see them. Like tell me yes, I they see them. See them, this small thing where they here, where they call hypothalamus. See am as it's small, so good. Now that part of your brain, now they control your body temperature. Now, I repeat again, fever is not a disease. Fever is not an illness. It's just a sign that there is something going on in your body. Maybe weather, maybe activity. Your body temperature can increase and goes above the normal range. Okay. For those which just they come again, for those which just they come, yes, you can see my screen. Okay, very good. I'm seeing it. That part, this picture where they your screen. Everybody take note. Oh, the hypothalamus. Now they control temperature. Full stop. Full stop. For those who just to watch, here the doctors you see on this page are medical doctors, licensed medical doctors. We just come online to educate people. So in case you they wonder what they happen for here. Now, the next thing we I want to tell you be say we get different types of fever. There are different types of fever. So when somebody say doctor, they get fever, most times your doctor wants to find out this person will get fever, which type of fever it gets. Which type? Okay, so I'll break them down for you. We get acute fever. We get chronic fever. Do you understand? So make I type and make you see. I want to type anything I say right now that is very important. I'm going to type it for you. Acute fever and chronic fever. I'm typing it here so that I can pull it up on the screen for you to see. Okay, good. So we have this acute fever and chronic fever. What can be acute fever, or what is acute fever? Acute fever means that the fever just started few days ago, you understand, or maybe a week ago. Acute, in never to say. So whenever you get fever or your body temperature go up, your mind will tell you, na acute fever I get. You understand? Chronic fever. Now fever we don't say. You don't say. Now we get sicknesses where they cause acute fever. We get other sicknesses where they cause chronic fever. So here today we're just talking about fever, to make you really understand what fever is. Acute fever and chronic fever. Sure you understand. Now we get another type of fever. That type of fever. Good evening, everybody. If you're just coming, you are welcome. Tonight we're talking about fever. Uh, hmm? Fever, and I said that fever is not a disease. Now, the second type of fever, the second type of fever, Dr. Israel is here. We they call them low grade fever or high grade fever. Dr. Israel, how are you there? Hello.
I'm fine. Oh, good evening. Happy Sunday.
Yeah, welcome. Happy Sunday.
Happy
Welcome.
Sunday.
Yeah. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Welcome. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Dr. Israel in the house. Now, before Dr. Israel came, I said this quickly. I said fever is not a disease, number one. I told you the types of fever. We get acute fever, we get chronic fever. The next thing why I tell you as Dr. Israel enter, I tell you, say, we get low grade fever, we get high grade fever. Now, before I hand over to Dr. Israel, may continue because I know, say, Dr. Israel, they very prepared for us tonight. I also tell you, say, it get a part of your brain where they help you control fever. For those who just they come, and I want to show you for your screen here. I believe you can all see it. This part of your brain, nine, they help you control fever and your body temperature. It's called the hypothalamus. Nine, they help you regulate your temperature. If your body temperature go down, you go try carry and come up. If your body temperature go high, you go try carry and come down to normal. So finally, I also told you that fever simply means there's a problem going on in your body. So Dr. Israel, over to you, sir.
Okay. Well, now welcome today. Now, as Dr. Fred already talked, already first established the fact, say fever not be disease. Saying I just part of those things to tell us, say yes, something fit dey happen for body. And we should know say fever just simply mean increase in body temperature more than the normal body temperature. And what be the normal body temperature? Studies show say the normal body temperature na just na 37 degrees Celsius. 37 degrees Celsius. That is, but the doctor say we know you feel even for that 37 degrees Celsius because some people will even go up past that small, so they can add 0.5 joiner. So we can actually say it's 36.5 to 37.5. So once the temperature don't pass that 37.5, then we will call the thought say this person get fever. Also, Dr. Fred already tell us the different type of fever. Say we get acute and chronic fever. Then we get the low-grade fever. We get the high-grade fever. So the one we know join those low-grade and high-grade fever, we get the moderate grade fever. Then we can't get the hyperexia. Hyperexia. So I also say make you know say fever. The second name for fever now pyrexia. And that's the second name for fever. So the second name for fever not be malaria. The second name for fever not be typhoid. The second name for fever na just pyrexia. And what we say it mean say the body temperature is high past normal. So Dr. Fred also tell us that the hypothalamus, one part of the brain, that they control that the temperature for the body. And after they control the temperature for the body, they use what they call the thermoregulatory center. Now they use they control the temperature for the body. So during different time of the day, person gets a little bit higher temperature, and so many things now cause it. And if it be normal, sometimes because of the time of the day, sometimes your body feel high past your normal temperature. So again, one thing when I also need you to know is that don't say we thought say the normal range for temperature na 37 degrees Celsius. However, some persons they will be say that will not be their normal range. Some people they will be say their normal range just they high past every other person. You know? So for that person, your normal range feel just be 38. That's that person's body. So even though we put one benchmark, but we know say there are some group of people when we say they are all feel high, maybe their normal range, or they are all feel low, maybe their normal range. Then also we'll come to say when we say low grade fever, what it be low grade fever? Now the low grade fever now temperature when it don't pass 37.3 to 30. I think it's 38. No, to 37.8 to 37.8. Then moderate can be between that 37.8 to 38.1. Then high grade can be from 38.1 to around 40. The hyperexia can be from 41 upward. And it not going to make sense when person get hyperexia. Because that one is not too good. When your temperature don't dey high as 41 degrees Celsius. So there are different ways when body they respond to this temperature. For children and for adults, it's different. For children and for adults, it's different. If children get body temperature when e high, small, mostly on momo for inside. If they get body temperature when e high, abeg, na wahala, e no good. Talk less to say they can go get almost up to 38, 39. Na big problem for their own case. But for adults, if their body high, their temperature high small, you fit not worry too much. If you be say there are small little change in environment. Also, make I tell you what if it make us get fever. One, if it be infection, and if it be non-infection. So if it be say the person get infection, when person get infection, fever fit come. So when we say non-infection, there are many things wey dey there. One na inflammation. Inflammation not be infection. Inflammation are just that the body, the white blood cell, the soldiers of the body, they try to respond to some as I want to put it now, they try to think what I'll use. Dr. Fred, help me there.
So small problem in the body, small
Yes.
foreigners inside the body.
Thank you. That the body they try to respond to some foreigners, that be inflammation. So that one fit cause fever. People get cancer, fever fit come. Autoimmune problem. When we say autoimmune problem, we say the body they fight itself. It fit cause fever. All these ones are things when fit cause fever. So when people just they say malaria na be fever, is a wrong thing. Now that fever wey dey for malaria na under the infective aspect na that fever take dey. So many things dey that side. When we say infection, many things. When you get typhoid or fever fit dey, you get malaria fever fit dey, you get a urinary tract infection fever fit dey, and so on and so forth. Anything infection fit give the person fever. So Dr. Fred, okay, these are so many things. These are some few things when fit cause fever for person body.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Israel. If you just come, you're welcome. Try share this live session, and if you share them, I want to make you comment share so that make I mention your name. If you know say you don't share, just share this live session. Share through your Facebook, then comment shared. We get about 27 people here. You did welcome. Now, Dr. Israel talk about the causes of fever, and he mentioned them. So I want to just add small thing inside, make we feel understand something. He say infection, Abi, very good. Bacteria they cause fever. Bacteria are plenty. TB, na bacteria. Salmonella, which they cause enteric fever, bacteria. Syphilis, na still bacteria. Then plenty. We get virus. Hepatitis na virus. Lassa fever na virus. Ebola na virus. COVID na virus. And so many virus. Then they cause fever too. Malaria they under protozoa, parasites. Many. And then cancer. Now, if you remember from the beginning, we talk about acute and chronic fever. Acute fever, chronic fever. We talk say acute fever na fever wey just start, e never too tey. Chronic fever na fever, e don dey do the person day long. Now, some of this sickness, this infection, fit give you different type. Also, cancer fit give you a certain type of fever. Cancer fit give you chronic fever. Fever go day long. You understand? Now, we won't go to the next thing. Even medication, some kind of medicine. You get medicine where you go collect for your body. That medicine fit cause reaction for your body. Your body fit start to the hurt. Example, some antibiotics fit start to cause fever. Now, we won't go to the next area. It gets some other symptoms. Where we say when person gets fever, these other symptoms fit dey for the person body. If you just dey come, we tell you say fever no be sickness. Fever no mean say I get fever, I don't get sickness. No, fever na sign. But when person get fever, the person fit get other complaint wey go let us know say e be like say na here this problem dey. So I will give small, I will list some, then Dr. Israel will continue. So man start from the head. Person fit get fever, fit dey get headache. Do you understand? Person get fever, that is the body temperature dey hot. Next thing you go hear, e dey get headache. Somebody fit get fever again, and the neck go dey stiff. That is, they call am neck stiffness. The person no go fit move the neck. Somebody else go get fever again, e no go fit look inside lights. That is, whenever e look inside lights, the thing go pepper am for eye. E go affect am. We dey call am photophobia. And then finally, person fit still get fever and the nose go dey blocked. You understand? When we say the nose and the sinuses go dey very blocked. These ones na some of the symptoms wey person fit get as e get fever. So man, hand over to Dr. Israel to continue.
Okay. And those are some saying he just tell you many of the things for the head. So make I just go with at least the ones where they common, where we dey quick see. When some people they get fever, their body they go dey catch cold, they join and or they shake. What they call am cheese and rigor. They follow fever most of the time. You go hear say some people go dey very weak. Their body go dey weak, all their body go dey weak. That one still they follow fever. Some of the time you go hear say some of them people say their heart dey beat fast, pa, 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 pa. That is palpitation. It still they follow fever. So and joint pain, in fact, many things there when they follow fever. So these other things where they follow fever, now go make us stay point or fit quickly know where we want place this fever to wetin this fever really mean for this person body. Sometimes some people will get fever, they go they vomit. Some of them they go get convulsion. That one they happen mainly to children, and that one when their temperature don't they reach about 38 degrees to 40 degrees. You see some children go they get convulsion when they get fever. So I just decided to make these are the one when people they quick see when they get fever. You know me say these are all the signs and symptoms when they follow fever. Now before I let Dr. Fred talk again, make I quickly say some few things again concerning fever. One thing when you know is that sometimes fever is a very good thing for person body and a correct response. As we tell you, the first thing we talk say fever now to tell in a sign to make us know say something they happen for the body. So fever sometimes they na correct response when the body they try alert the white blood cells. That is the soldiers where they the body say if I say something there this body, you need to start to do all round check for the body. So one of the things when fever they do is they alert the white blood cell for the body to tell them say okay, start to go round the body, start to go round whether any infection there so that you go capture them. Another thing when the fever they do, you go make sure say our metabolic rate increase. I don't know as I want to break that metabolic. Our metabolic rate increase. That is, I would say they do how the chemical way they our body till they function. I think that's the best way I can use. How the chemical way they our body till they function. Like the food when we they eat, how they till they break, till they can't give us energy. It go make them increase so that our body go quickly get many energy and we go feel the white blood cell, our soldier within our body will quickly respond to fight other infection. Although even when they do that, if you see they cause some problem, if even cause the liver cells, the liver enzymes. So those chemicals when they the enzyme, if you increase them, fever self even go cause problem to your kidney. So you hear when they talk say the symptoms many. So when the fever, when the body don't hot well, the body go try to regulate itself, both the blood level, everything go try to regulate itself. And if you see cause problem to the kidney and so on and so forth, just like that. But the ones when I just say you first we know that the first good things when fever they do for us. Now we say they help to alert the white blood cells, the soldiers when they our body, to tell them say it is time to fight, so that make the body for feel respond well to all those infections.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Israel. Just to come, you did welcome. You know, some people go tell you say their body they hot. You go here say I get sore throat. You go here say my body they hot, they get fever. When I dey go urinate, it dey pain me. Or they go tell you say I get fever or I dey vomit like within Dr. Israel talk. That one go come carry us to the next area now. How you fit come take no, or how the doctors go take know say na this thing dey cause this person fever. Oh, na infection o, or na medicine o, or na cancer o, or na autoimmune disease. You understand? How the doctors go take know. That is how we dey take arrive at a diagnosis. Remember, we tell you say fever no be sickness, but fever na sign. Um, but fever na sign say something else they give your body problem. So our job now to find that thing where they give the body problem. So how will your doctor know? Now the first thing where your doctor go on find out from you, be go want ask you the first question: which time this fever starts? One of the most important questions where your doctor go ask you: which time? If you follow us from the very beginning, we tell you say acute fever and chronic fever. Abi, if you tell your doctor the fever don't they do me since last year, now this is what? This is July, and then 2023. Now, if you tell your doctor say this fever don't they do me since last year, you don't carry your doctor mind go somewhere say this one no be malaria, because malaria no fit give you fever every day for 1 year. You understand? Malaria no did that class at all. But if you tell your doctor this fever just started 5 days ago or 2 days ago, oh, doctor mind don't dey one place. Do you understand? So we dey call them history taking. The doctor will follow you talk. He go come ask you some other questions like we spoke before, like which other symptom you get? You get weight loss, you don't lose weight, you dey vomit, bone dey pain you, you get sore throat, you dey get ear pain, you get weakness, you get headache. All these things will help your doctor say, it be like say na here, na here. Do you understand? Now, make I hand over again to Dr. Israel. If you get questions for us, I beg you, please wait. We will take your questions in the next 15 minutes. We will take all your questions. So just take note. When I tell you, say start to drop your questions here, just they drop out. So we will take all your questions. But for now, may we first let you understand. So, Dr. Israel, over to you, sir.
Okay, now for fever, when your doctor they ask you question, doctor say go ask you when it start, down and the duration. You want to know when it start. The another thing when you go ask you now, if the fever they come they go, or if the fever you dey there throughout. So because if the fever they there throughout, it go still they tell us something else. But if the fever they come they go, it go still they tell us something else. Because then another question when they go ask now, this fever, if you they get and you they catch cold and you they shake, it go still they tell us something else before every other signs and symptoms when the doctor will come find out. So after you don't find out the signs and symptoms and everything, the next thing are to do some investigation. After you don't find the signs and symptoms, sorry, you can't do examination. You can't examine some based on what you tell her. You can't try. You can't first do general examination, then you can't do some specific examination to find out if now this part of the body now really they affected or not. And you should not say there are different ways we take the check temperature. What with the instrument we take the check temperature, they call a thermometer. And you now we know say we get different type of thermometer. I will call another name. We get different type of thermometer. We get the automatic and the manual. We get all those thermometer. So, and this thermometer then get different places where we they use them. We get the temperature, what they call the core temperature. And get where we for they measure this core temperature. Dr. Fred.
Oh yeah, continue. You're back.
Okay. They get where we for they measure this core temperature. The core temperature we they measure for two places. One at the mat and the other one at the is it rectum? Yes, the rectum. So those are the two places where we they measure this temperature. That's core temperature. And those core temperature.
Okay, yeah, correct.
This
Go
core
ahead.
temperature, and I really like the correct temperature for that human being body. While others feel be the forehead, the ear, inside the ear, or the axilla, the armpit. All those ones, yes, they give us idea. It correct, but you know, 100% just correct at that core temperature. That make they call those ones the core temperature. So the first thing, one of the examination are to check the temperature of that person. So if the temperature still dey very high, e go still give us sign say, is this low grade, is this high grade, and wetin we need to do quick to help this person. Low grade fever, they always go with chronic fever. Chronic fever, most of them are low grade fever, and they may go with all this malignancy, all these chronic diseases. They may go with chronic diseases. While most of the high grade fever, they go with acute condition. Most of them, they go with acute condition. So after those things, the next thing are to go for tests, lab test, investigation. So that one I go come make the doctor come know finally. The doctor already don't get idea of wetin it is say dey worry you. That idea wey you get now go take give you test make you do before you come find out say, oh, see wetin really dey do this person wey dey give am fever. See wetin really dey do this person wey dey give am fever. So those are the ways wey we dey pass take dey diagnose diseases wey dey cause fever for person body.
Yeah, thank you very much. So Dr. Israel talk about where we take the check temperature. You talk about the mouth, oral. You talk about rectal, the anus. Also axilla, armpit day, even ear day. You understand? So now different ways. The recent one now that infrared. They no go touch the person. They go put them for the forehead. So many methods they really they take check temperature. You understand? Now, because of time, we will soon start to take your questions. Just to wait, we will take your questions. We don't want day out of line today. It gets some kind things where if you get fever, at least your body they hot, and you notice these things like a red flag. They call them a red flag. No sit down for house, or you start to take and play. You understand? We they call them red flags. So you be parents, father, mother, or you be young man, young woman, or you just day and you see these kind of things and your body hurts, no sit down. Example, one common one now, if you notice say you get neck stiffness. And I say neck stiffness means say you no comfy bend your neck again, bend the neck, and the temperature is high. That's one. Now one red flag. Another one, we say the person can they lose consciousness. For medicine, we they call them low GCS, neurological signs. The GCS, the Glasgow Coma Scale score, don't they go down? Forget this grammar. The person don't they lose consciousness. You know they feel talk normal. They tell you say, like say, I won't collapse. No feel respond. Now another one. The person they tell you say they get severe chest pain and the temperature day high. Here, severe chest pain to the point say the person come there say it be like say I no feel breathe. You know why we they tell you this one? These are things you cannot sit down at home and manage. This one are things we say if you notice this kind of thing, you need to carry the person, run, go hospital. You hear so, or the person tell you say as he take medicine, they take medicine. As he take medicine, finish the temperature just fly go up. Carry and go hospital, and so many other ones. Now let's talk about how did they take manage fever. Make I
I
allow
can't
Dr.
they get
Israel.
I can't they get convulsion as
When
we
they get
get the fever.
convulsion, Yes. When they get convulsion too. All these things now, we don't even want make it enter convulsion. Do you understand? Our goal now make it not even reach there. So as you see the fever, say they high, they high, they high, they go. Before you get to that point, where we say the brain no fit help you regulate, it trigger convulsion, enter hospital. So let's talk about how do they take manage fever, and then we will take your question. Dr. Israel, over to you.
Okay, I would say they manage fever. You know, we don't fit on say fever not be sickness. So but they get some medication when you feel your take, it go reduce your temperature. But before we even get there, for children, before we even think of giving them medication for children, you get what they call sponge. It means say you go put cloth for inside water, take clean their body, eh? Or for some children wey just grow small, you fit your pour cold water, not be cold water. Oh. When I mean cold water, that is normal water. You just pour am for their body, not clean their body, make it as the breeze dey blow their body go, the temperature go dey come down. Then while for baby, you use towel, soak am for water, use am clean their body. That na what they call sponging. So that na one way when we fit take control temperature, or fit take control high temperature when the body don dey high. So when you even do that one, e go even help for children, e go help to reduce them. E go even help to make sure say they not get that temperature of up to 38, 40 degree, wey go even lead to convulsion, and all that, and even unconsciousness, as Dr. Fred first talk. So that na one thing wey we fit do. Another thing na be say, some, as I earlier said, some small medicine dey when they people buy from pharmacy, or when some people even get for us when you feel your sick. However, when you don get this fever, 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, e no dey go. Maybe you never get all those many things wey Dr. Fred talk, but you notice say this fever don dey 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, e no gree go. Abeg, go hospital. E mean say they get other things wey they need to check to find out wetin dey really cause this fever, so that they can actually address those things, so that make you for dey fine.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Israel. Now, if you get questions concerning fever, drop them in the comment section. If you get questions on fever, no ask us questions we know they related to today's topic. You understand? And then the way they will take treat your fever, now when your doctor know what they cause your fever. So no be say because your temperature day high, the next thing now malaria, you go buy anti-malaria. Remember, we told you that there are so many causes of fever. If you just drink malaria medicine every month, every month, every month, every month, you know nothing as something else that cause your fever. So now when your doctor know what they cause your fever, then they will come treat you. Sometimes if it be antibiotics, if it be antiviral, if it be antifungal agents, where they will give you, if it be something where they affect your immune system. If now cancer, you sure you understand. So now waiting they cause the fever when they don't know the cause, they will come give you treatment. Nobody say whenever you just get fever like this, the next thing now to go buy anti-malaria. Now, even if you want treat malaria, the advice we will give you now, always get yourself tested and speak with a medical professional. Maybe say you go just carry your body, who they drink malaria medicine. Some people don't drink malaria medicine every day. No, say now something else they cause their fever. And they go sit down for house. Do you understand? That is why we they tell you say fever no be malaria, fever no be sickness. Now sign say something dey wrong. Now, we have a question here. Can fever symptoms include vomiting, stooling at the same time? Now, if you listen to us, wetin we talk, we no tell you say fever na sickness. Fever symptoms, these are other symptoms wey fit follow fever. Somebody fit get fever and e no go vomit, e no go stool. Do you understand? Rather, the person go get headache. Somebody else go get fever, body temperature go go up, e go vomit. So no be say everybody wey get fever must vomit, must stool. Now depending on wetin dey cause the fever. So if na infection for the stomach area through food, the person fit come dey vomit, e fit dey purge, at the same time if he get fever. It makes sense. Dr. Israel, anything to add?
Yeah, I think say you don't talk on stooling. Stooling is something they call stooling. Vomiting, yes. Fever fit go with vomiting most of the time. And then if na infective process, then that stooling fit come, or non-infective self, that stooling fit come fit join am. So there not be symptom of fever.
Mm-mm.
There not be symptom, because your question dey show do like say there be symptom
Mm-mm.
of fever. There not be symptom of fever. They can be cold, they can be they fit dey when fever dey. Not mean say na fever dey cause them. No, not be fever dey
Correct.
cause them.
Now, if you just they come and you ask us question on fever and malaria, you go watch the video from the beginning, oh, you understand? And now for those who don't follow us from the very beginning, but if they ask us the difference between fever and malaria, you go need to watch because we don't break a lot of things down. Now, somebody they asked Dr. Israel, it says, can fever cause you to forget things all the time?
Okay, now if this person don't get this hyperparesia, or even up to heat stroke and all those ones, maybe say it don't come affect the brain one way or the other. So if it can dey lead to wetin this person right for here. But if he never get up to that, he not go make am forget, not go make am forget something all the time. So you should know
Yes.
say, as we earlier said, fever not be disease, not be sickness, and not be disease. Because I see say some person they write fever or malaria. Fever no be malaria, and malaria no be fever. Eh? So we need to, you need to know that one. And if you don't take anything, just know that one. Or that one na just the first way you suppose know. Say fever no be malaria, and malaria no be fever. So I believe say I don't answer that lady question. So if you don't get that fever when we say it don't come make the person dey unconscious and all that, because or get convulsion. When people don't get convulsion, it means say na the brain now don't affect. So that convulsion and all those things, we can lead say later this person fit come dey forget things, small. But if he never gets fever up to that, he not go get anything like that.
As we dey talk, so try share the live, this live, try share them, share, comment, put for the comment shared, make I see say you don't share, and no be say you just dey ask like this, you know they share. Oh yeah, share, encourage us by sharing, encourage us, no be say they ask like that, share, so that make we know say you also we dey together. Now for you, what's your name? Your name now, Christiana. The difference between malaria and fever, if you dey really follow this page well, if you dey follow the videos wey we dey post, I swear to God, this answer we don't discuss am before. But because say you ask, make we just talk am again. Dr. Israel tell you before, fever no be sickness. Now sign say your body temperature go up. Malaria, now one out of the plenty things wey fit cause fever. Plenty. Some people go get cancer and they go think say na malaria dem get because cancer fit give fever. Some people fit get hepatitis, they go dey think say na malaria dem get. Do you understand? So many type of infection, when they happen like this, your temperature fit go up. But our people go dey think say na malaria. Now we have a comment here says, can fever or malaria, leave malaria out of this? Can fever cause frequent headache, waist, and neck pain? Dr. Israel. Dr. Israel, they hear me? Okay. Dr. Israel, your
Okay,
network don't hook.
and as Dr. Fred say, fever not be malaria. So if I want, hello, Dr. Fred.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, fever not the cause, it not go cause this frequent headache or waist and neck pain. However, these things fit follow fever. They fit dey when fever dey, because that fever go just show you say yes, something dey the body wey dey happen, or something dey happen for the body, and which this waist pain and neck pain go still tell you. I remember say Dr. Fred say something, say if you get neck stiffness, and sometimes neck stiffness dey start with neck pain. Before you come stiff, you start with neck pain. So when you don dey notice all those kind of things and your body dey hot, na be fever. Person body dey hot, na be fever. I think that's the best way when I talk am. Your body dey hot, na that one na dem dey call fever. Not malaria, not being the fever. So once you notice say your body dey hot and your neck dey pain you like that, abeg go hospital.
Okay.
Dr. Fred.
Now, yes. Because as we dey answer this question now, I hope say we don't explain wetin fever be. This comment says, hey, okay, see, I'm here. It says, can fever also cause high blood pressure?
Okay, you remember say we thought say I was trying to they try to mention some part of the body when the fever feel organs when the fever feel touch, and one of the organ when I say liver. Also the fever feel touch the heart, but e no go give you high blood pressure. Most of the time na low blood pressure na dey give person, and na if he lead to low blood pressure. So most of the time it comes with low blood pressure, and your pulse go high. The pulse rate, when you measure the pulse rate, it go dey high, because they make sure say the body dey work over they make the body dey pump a lot of blood as at that time. So sometimes it go give the low blood pressure, and you never can say never. No, for medicine, that one thing we always talk. You never can say never. Anything can happen. So make I your chook mouth for that difference between malaria and fever when Dr. Fred be dey tell Christiana. So Christiana, malaria na sickness. Fever not be sickness. Fever na sign. Na one of the sign to tell you say malaria fit dey or other disease dey. Malaria na one parasite na dey cause am, and we dey call am the Plasmodium species. Na dey cause malaria. Not be dey cause fever. Fever na just the body response to infection or non-effective processes. So I hope say we don't try to do that.
Okay, we get one question here. It says, what of hormonal imbalance? Can it also cause one to have fever too? Dr. Israel?
Hormone itself can cause somebody to have fever when it can cause increase in temperature. Let me use that word, increase in temperature. Yes. Most women, mostly when they don't reach their ovulation period, some of them, when you touch their temperature, they go up. And so hormone itself, they cause increase in body temperature. So when the person even get hormonal imbalance, yes, they fit get increase in temperature as well. Because if na the hormone when they make the body hot, now increase, now they imbalance, if it make sure say the fever still go up, then you go know say, oh, maybe now this one they cause am or not.
Okay. I hope we know they miss any question. No, you get after we don't answer these things like this. Okay, see one comment here. Can waist pain cause fever?
Okay, waist pain. If when there's pain, most of the time, inflammation fit come dey there. So if inflammation dey there, inflammation go cause fever. So that can actually lead to fever. I think maybe that in that way, I just answered the question, but not be all waist pain go cause fever. Not be all waist pain go cause fever. But if
Or
the
no
pain
be
serious, well,
yeah.
if it cause fever.
Okay. Okay, let's leave it like that. Let's leave it that. Please, does ulcer cause fever? Hey, okay. Okay, Israel.
We don't better can say almost every disease, almost everything, infective or non-infective, fever fit follow them. So, you know, for ulcers, for some people, in terms of ulcer, if they are, as I felt talk something about pain just now, if the pain they very severe, yes, they can be they can be increased. Man, I know they say fever. They can be increased in temperature. The temperature feel high, or the body feel hot. Yeah, the body feel hot.
Okay. See question here from YouTube. Please, can fever cause yellow fever? Hey God.
Not be fever they cause yellow fever. Now yellow fever will cause fever. Now Mona get this thing straight. Fever now just to tell you say something they happen for the body. It means say yellow fever dey the body, now make fever come. So now the yellow fever now cause the fever. Now tell you that fever now to tell you say something they happen, no, to tell the white blood cell, to tell the soldier where the body say something they happen, no, for inside the body, so that make them for respond to it. So that yellow fever when the person get, now cause make the body they hot, so that this person go fit come go hospital. Most of the time now when person body don hot come out, now make most of them they go hospital when their body don dey burn. So now be the trick of the body. You know, say sometimes most of us no go want do something to help us. If we dey feel waka dey go everywhere, we no dey get anything, nothing dey do us, we go continue our work. But once we notice say our body dey hot, we go want quickly go find treatment to ourselves. So now the diseases when person get, now they cause fever. Not be fever they cause those diseases. So not be fever go cause ulcer. Now ulcer go cause fever. Not be fever go cause waist pain. Now waist pain, if the pain well dey very severe. If Dr. Fred, I dey with you.
Yeah, yeah, you're back. You're back.
Okay, so not be waist pain go cause fever. If the pain dey severe, na the pain na go cause fever for you. Not be malaria, not be fever go cause malaria. Na malaria na go cause fever. So na disease na dey cause fever, not be fever dey cause disease. Because fever na just symptom or signs, as we earlier said.
Oh, okay. As we dey round up tonight, if you still get questions, I beg ask us your questions, huh? But if you just dey come, please take out time and go back and watch from the very beginning. Now, I want to say something here, and I want to talk emphatically. Everything we dey do for this social media, now our time, our data, our energy, we dey burn. You understand, to provide this information free of charge. But you get wetin we know they do. We know they give number on social media. We know they do private chat. So in case you they listen to me and you want collect my number or Dr. Israel's number, we know they share number on social media. We dey private. We don't get time for that. We know they do come and call me and ask me. Eh? If you really, really, really talk, say you won't really follow talk privately, you go pay for that time. You understand? So we get private life off this social media. We dey busy. And if you won't do that one, there's a link on my page, or you can follow Dr. Israel's page. He will tell you how to go through that, or you go to my page and click on the link. But say number to call, I know they do them. I don't get time for that. You understand? And time is very precious to every one of us. So, any other questions? So we told you from the very beginning, say fever no be sickness. Whenever you get fever, no they mention malaria. You understand? And try explain to those where they are around you to make them understand. We tell you the kind of things where they cause fever. We break them down and we tell you what to look out for whenever you notice your body temperature day up. Dr. Israel, any other thing to add as you prepare to round up?
Okay, I want to say thank you, Fidelis, for when you help us share the life. Thank you also, Ngozi, where you also help us share the life. Make una just try understand, say fever not be malaria, fever not be typhoid. If your body dey hot, just try know say something else fit dey cause am. And if we all of us get hospital seeking behavior, we know say this life go get dey better for us, for everybody. So mona dey keep una self safe, and mona keep una self safe. And also, if any vaccine dey wey una never take, mona try go take dem. Because recently now we just dey hear say another small outbreak dey Abuja for one disease wey even get vaccine for. So any vaccine wey you know say you never take, abeg make we try, make we go take dem. Thank you.
We get one question here. Make we answer them quickly. It says, "Can alcoholic drink cause fever?" For some people, if it cause, if it make their body start to produce unnecessary heat, do you understand? If it increase their body temperature, though not for everybody, but yes, there is a possibility. Say when somebody take alcohol, remember we told you even some medicines, fit cause fever. So it is possible. Say somebody will just take alcohol and go notice say in body go start to the hot. Yes, there is a possibility. And like Dr. Israel said, um, we get vaccine preventable diseases. Try, if you be parent here, ensure say you give your children, register them and give them the vaccine. You are doing them a whole lot of good. Yep. I'm trying to just buy time, make it reach 1 hour on the dot, and then we go we will just end the live session. Next week we'll be here again. This program now every Sunday. For those we don't know, this program now every Sunday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. 1 hour. We come here, we teach or we answer your questions, and then we disappear. Since there is no other question, what make I do? What make I do now? What make I do? Okay, yeah, I get a video where they drop tomorrow morning by 8 a.m. How to boost low sperm count naturally. I noticed on social media, when you talk what people want here, they go they like you, they go they happy. When you talk what they no want here, they go they insult you. So sometimes we go try let you talk, just with you. Sometimes we go they very very blunt. You understand? And no be say we are not sensitive to what is going on. And remember, for those within Nigeria, the country is very, very hard. Healthcare is expensive. Medications don't go up. Doctors, nurses, pharmacists, they no day the country like before. They don't come out. So the best thing you can do for yourself now to protect your health. So sometimes if you see your doctor being very blunt, they try help you, because if problem enter and you can't cry, me doctor, tears no go move am. You understand? You will have to do what you need to do, and you will have to pay. I remember the government too know they invest in healthcare, so you can't use we can't use tears to blackmail anyone. You understand? So the best thing to do is let's pray, do what you need to do, and God help us. Like I always tell you, good life now waiting, good
Na sense.
life, good life now sense. So thank you everybody, Dr. Israel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and au revoir. Au revoir, everybody. Doctor, you guys, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll see you all. We'll see you all next week. Take care and bye bye.